headlines. A national teleconference to implement the Politburo's conclusion and a project on defining orientation for the 15th National Assembly's lawmaking program was convened. An online conference was organized to supply knowledge on party building to delegates who are leaders, reporters and editors of news agencies. Cần Thơ City launches an online contest called Learning the Law on COVID-19 Prevention Fall. Hello and welcome back to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. I'm back with the latest updates. A national teleconference was held on November 3rd under the chair of National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ and permanent member of the party's Central Committee Secretariat Võ Văn Thưởng to implement the Politburo conclusion and a project on defining orientations for the 15th National Assembly's lawmaking program. Attending the function in Cần Thơ City was Standing Vice Secretary of the Municipal Party Committee, cum Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Phạm Văn Hiếu, and members of the city's National Assembly delegation. On October 14, the Politburo issued conclusion number 19 on defining orientations for the 15th National Assembly's lawmaking program. The focus identified by these conclusions is to guarantee the rights and legitimate interests of people and businesses, promote innovation, devise measures for successfully implementing economic, social, security and defense tasks, and secure sustainable development for the country. The project defining orientations for the lawmaking program of the 15th Parliament features 8 major orientations, 70 concrete directions, and 137 tasks of lawmaking in the 2021-2026 tenure. Their priority order and implementation plans to ensure feasibility. This project is an important political and legal basis for making the strategic breakthrough of synchronously perfecting development institutions set up at the 13th National Party Congress. It is also a practical move to realize the National Assembly Chairman's promise to continue promoting the Parliament and parliamentarians' proactiveness in legislative activity and to unceasingly reform and improve the lawmaking quality. The Central Organization Commission on the morning of November 3rd coordinated with the Ministry of Information and Communication to convene an online conference to supply knowledge on party building to delegates who are leaders, reporters and editors of news agencies. Politburo member, Party Central Secretary, head of the Central Organizing Commission Trương Thị Mai attended and delivered directive remarks. The conference was broadcast to 61 locations with more than 900 participants who are leaders, reporters, editors of 252 press agencies, and officials and leaders of the Department of Information and Communications of 61 provinces and cities nationwide. Addressing the conference, Politburo member, Party Central Secretary, head of the Central Organization Commission Trương Thị Mai, emphasized the role of the press and media agencies in carrying out the task of propagandizing and delivering the guidelines, policies and pathways of the party to cadres, party members and the people. In order to perform well the required functions and tasks, news agencies and newspapers need to focus on building and training a team of reporters and editors who are professional, ethical, and knowledgeable to contribute to propagating party building work, proactively fighting against wrong views of hostile forces, condemn the manifestations of ideological, moral, and political degradation, the expressions of self-evolution, self-transformation among officials, defending the ideological foundation of the party. The program aims at fostering the knowledge on party building with thematic topics on new points in the documents of the 13th Party Congress, new contents on party building for the 13th Party Congress term, and skills in creating works on party building work. Member of the Permanent Board, head of the Inspection Committee of the Municipal Party Committee Lê Văn Thành, on November 3rd visited and worked with Genjaco Joint Stock Company in Thành An Town and Phúc Gia Hưng Limited Liability Company in Vĩnh Thành Town, Vĩnh Thành District on business and production operations. Vĩnh Thành branch of Genjaco Joint Stock Company currently has 46 employees. In the past time, despite the impacts of COVID-19 on produce consumption, The company maintains its operations following 3 on-site solutions. Phúc Gia Hưng Limited Liability Company ceased its operations when the 4th infection wave happened and has just reopened when the city implements resolution number 128 of the government with 120 on-site workers. All businesses proactively built pandemic prevention plan, control workers entering and leaving their facilities, and organize COVID-19 testing as stipulated. All workers at the units have been vaccinated against COVID-19. Member of the Permanent Board, head of the Inspection Committee of the Municipal Party Committee Lê Văn Thành, underscored that COVID-19 still develops complicatedly and requested businesses and the 2 units alone continue to implement highest measures on pandemic prevention and control, absolutely safeguard production to avoid production and business chain disruption. Previously, Secretary of Thốt Nốt District Party Committee, cum Chairman of Thốt Nốt District People's Committee Trịnh Minh Thắng, chaired a conference to disseminate the plan for safe, flexible adaptation, effectively control COVID-19 pandemic in the districts. Accordingly, Thốt Nốt District implements resolution number 128 of the government on the temporary plan of safe, flexible adaptation, effectively control COVID-19 pandemic following instructions of ministry, central agencies, and Cần Thơ City, promoting the initiative and creativity of the locality in controlling the pandemic situation, protecting people's welfare, minimizing the number of infection cases, severe cases, and fatalities due to COVID-19, restoring socio-economic development, ensuring security and social order and safety, implementing the dual goals. The conference discussed the classification and adjustments of the pandemic level from districts to the wards and areas to be close to reality, develop a plan to ensure the treatment test of medical facilities that correspond to each pandemic level, and promote training to improve the effectiveness of tracing, testing, medical isolation, and treatment. On the morning of November 3rd, the organization board of the online contest called Learning the Law on COVID-19 Prevention and Control in Cần Thơ City had a meeting to prepare for the collaboration in contest launching. The organization board of the online contest called Learning the Law on COVID-19 Prevention and Control was established by Cần Thơ City People's Committee. Cần Thơ Department of Justice is the unit that coordinates with concerned departments and sectors in contest organization. The contest is going to be held online at the website called Tìm hiểu pháp luật pcd.cantho.gov.vn, or it can be accessed by scanning the QR code with mobile phones. Participants must be Vietnamese citizens aged 15 and above in Cần Thơ City. The organization board agreed upon the contents, forms, and marking scheme for the contest. Valuable prizes and merit certificates from organizing units will be given to winning individuals. The contest will be launched on November 9, 2021. Information on the contest will be published on Cần Thơ City and District's e-portals, department's websites, Cần Thơ Radio and TV station, and Cần Thơ newspaper. On the same day, November 3rd, member of the Municipal Party Committee Permanent Board, cum standing Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Nguyễn Xuân Hải and People's Council Deputies of Cần Thơ City and Thới Lai District contacted voters online prior to the 4 sections of the 10 Cần Thơ City People's Council and of the 12 Thới Lai District People's Council of the 2021-2026 term. At the function, deputies of Cần Thơ City and Thới Lai District People's Councils reported to voters on economic, social, cultural, security, defense achievements made in the past 10 months, especially the pandemic prevention and control task of the city and Thới Lai District. Voters were also informed about the implementation of tasks in 2021, targets and missions in 2022, the agendas for the 4 sections of Cần Thơ City People's Council and of Thới Lai District People's Council, the resolutions of voters' opinions after the 3rd section of the District People's Council. Voters at 13 locations contributed 16 opinions proposed to the cities and the District People's Council to repair, upgrade, and build rural traffic roads, stabilize agriculture material prices, and connect to facilitate produce consumption. Voters suggested building public bathrooms at Trường Xuân Market, clean the market surroundings, and reducing COVID-19 testing fees. And now, as usual, let's have a look at the update with the forecast. Today, 9 November 2021, weather forecast has just wrapped up this edition of Cần Thơ News. To rewatch our bulletins, you can log on to our website at canthtv.vn. And now, thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye and see you next time.